Clear. Thank you very much. Let the traffic go, please. We'll go again.
I wasn't particularly aware of it. I was comfortable.
As soon as you can, everyone.
Good, Jim.
Thank you. Road's locked. Turn over.
Hey. 267, take 4 A&B cameras.
Be aware, please. Gun on fire.
Set. Yeah.
And action.
There you are, Edward. Very fair shooting, Edward. Oh. Now then, your turn, Henrietta. See if you could kill a burglar.
Done!
No, you only winged him.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Henry.
Oh, Sir Christo.
Hello, darling. So sorry, my late.
Not at all, not at all. Just in time to spot a target practice. Nice to see you, John. Come along, Gerda. Oh, no. See if you can put one in the bullseye.
Oh, I've never tried.
Bloody wrist. Careful.
Bad luck.
Did I miss? Oh, I bet I missed.
The novel's very sad. It's an interesting read. I cried a lot when I read it, which was my first Agatha Christie, and I was really quite struck by it. It gets to your heart instantly.
I think the trick is to make it more accessible for 21st century audiences without destroying the quality and the character of the original.
What's going on?
Henry's got the artillery out.
Has he indeed?
And you're ready for shooting. Right.
Yes.
Far away. Just keep it steady.
Right, guys, can we quiet around camera now,
I will be
please?
doing that, loading it.
Well, it's a rehearsal. Thank you.
Right, far
No,
away.
what we need to see you actually, which we will do later, is if you're actually loading the gun.
Loading the gun.
Passing it over, which
Well, we can cheat that again, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, with loading on one and handing another.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's a little bit like a time capsule of English life, you know. Not that I'm an expert, I'm not English, so... but when you read the novels, you really get a full picture of all these characters. The characters are very rich, you know, and the dialogue is fantastic. I think it translates really well into screenplays.
She understood the meaning of the word entertainment. I don't think, as many people do these days, she made the slightest attempt to educate people. She just liked to entertain them.
My turn, is it? Yeah. Oh, how lovely to see you. Thank you, Henry.
I say, Lucy!
That's nothing. Once on the Asian side of the Bosphorus, I was jumped by a couple of thugs. We were rolling about in the dirt we were, and before I knew it, she'd shot one in the leg and one in the stomach. How she didn't hit me, God alone knows.
It's quite simple. You do it very quickly, and you don't think about it, Henry.
Cut! Well done.
Everybody shoots with the same gun. So it's to totally distract the audience, confuse the audience and Poirot ultimately, because you know that everybody has had experience of shooting and they've all used the same pistol. So when that pistol's then subsequently used to kill somebody, everyone's implicated. Everyone could be guilty.
Bang!
Oh, bad luck.
Did I miss?
As always with an Agatha Christie, there are webs within webs and spiders crawling everywhere. Would you give it all up if I asked you to? And come and live with me?
No,
No?
it's not really what you want.
Monsieur Poirot and his little green self.
Great, madame.
Oh, pardon me. No, but we're so awfully fortunate to have him as a neighbour. I mean, in case anything went wrong. I think that it's so popular all over the world, and everybody loves... I mean, I know for myself, you know, if there's a good Agatha Christie on the telly that I haven't seen before, whether it be Marples or Poirot, doesn't matter, as long as it's a juicy Agatha. And I love all the costumes, and I'll always sit down and watch. And I think that most of England And indeed, a lot of the world feels the same.
Right, guys, let's settle, please. We'll have a rehearsal. So, Jonathan's here, so's Megan will be here as well. Right. Okay, rehearsal. James ready? Michael ready?
Yeah, ready.
Thank you. And action.
Good evening.
Oh, who the devil are you?
Veronica Cray, Sir Henry. Please, please forgive me for barging in upon you like this. I'm in the dinky little house up the lane, and I've had the most frightful catastrophe.
Please come on in. Henry, close the window. What's happened?
I have run out of matches on a Saturday night, and I smoke like a chimney, truly. I feel a complete fool, but there's not a match to be had at Dovecot, so I've come to beg some from my only neighbours within miles, and... Oh, my God!
Hello, Veronica.
My God, it's John Christo.
Matches, was it?
This is too extraordinary.
You're dealing with a part of history that is so beautiful, and the lovely clothes, which we don't get today. So you know you're getting good production value from clothes, and indeed in this case a very, very good script, this one. It's particularly good, I think.
Veronica, this is my wife.
How lovely to meet you. I like playing women who are awful. I really, really, they're much more fun. And that you can find a layer that is their vulnerable real side, and then you just have this horrendous, what they've become. That's something, it's also very funny, but I like comedy where people laugh at you, and she's certainly something to, she sets herself to be, she's just so outrageous, you can't help but just gasp at her.
You're a nasty piece of work.
You leave me again, and I really will make you sorry.
So be it. I shot other people, but never actually been shot. And you get rigged up with one of these squibs, you know, sort of exploding bullet wounds. And it really is, I mean, I have no idea what being shot's like. I've never been shot. But people tell you that, you know, you feel nothing immediately. It's just an enormous shock and an impact. And that's pretty much what this feels like. You know, you have this exploding chest and sort of blood flies everywhere and bits of woolly pullover. And you know, it knocks you kind of backwards. And it's a very loud bang. And you're sort of, no acting is required while you sit there sort of gaping like a goldfish going, what, you just shot me.
I see that you are playing the murder game. Alors, très bien. I congratulate you all.
Henrietta.
Personally, I think the butler did it, because why is Edward Fox playing the butler? He makes me laugh. He really does. He comes in with one line, tea is waiting, my lady. It's like, what is Edward Fox doing serving the tea? It just cracks me up.
Did the butler do it?
I don't want to tell you that. I hope nobody has fallen for your bait and said, well, actually, no, or actually, yes. I don't think I can reveal that. At about 5:30 p.m., I noticed a revolver lying upon the hall table. I picked it up, brought it in here. There was a gap on the shelf, so I replaced it where it belonged.
Which one, Gudgeon?
This one, sir.
But that is not a revolver, that is an automatic pistol.
I'm very sorry, sir. I'm afraid I'm not fully cognizant with firearms.
Sir Henry, I'll have to have it checked for fingerprints.
Oh, I doubt there will be any fingerprints, sir.
Why not?
Because I polished it with my handkerchief before replacing it, sir.
Why the devil did you do that?
I fancied it might be dusty, sir. And David, I have to say, I didn't know David, never met David Suchet before. He's frightfully good in the part. Frightfully good. I mean that with all sincerity. And that's lovely, you know. There's a very professional group of people. Simon's a marvellous director. It should make good entertainment, really. That's what it's about.
Okay.
Cross behind him.
Okay, should we have one quick rehearsal, please? Miles, you look like a well-oiled machine.
Oh, it does move now and again.
Shall I say, I'm not sure what I thought. I'm not sure what I thought.
Action.
I am not sure what I thought. Something was not exactly as it should have been.
Here. Well, what's that?
Looks like leatherwork, sir.
I think he has an extraordinary attention to detail, which is a very Poirot-ish trait. Anyway, I mean, he's really immersed himself in this part, and I think he's had the great privilege of doing it for a while, so that he really knows pretty much everything there seems to be to know about him. You know, he can absolutely improvise in Poirot's voice. He could speak to you about what you had for breakfast in Poirot's voice and sound pretty much like Poirot talking to you about what you had for breakfast, which can be slightly disconcerting. If he's put his moustache on in the morning, then he's Poirot.
He remembers having seen that
specific item
before.
Yeah.
And this is just sort of general leatherwork.
What's that?
Looks like leatherwork, sir.
Oh, right.
Cut.
He's found something very precise in the character of Poirot which links the 1930s character that Christie wrote with our modern world, the 21st century. Somehow, something that David Suchet does provides a bridge between an antique world and the contemporary world. And I think that's what people enjoy particularly in what he does.
You know, it seemed to me from the very beginning that either this crime was very simple, so simple that it was very difficult to believe in its simplicity, or else it was very complex. And that is to say that we are contending against a mind that is capable of inventions that are intricate and ingenious. So that every time we seem to be heading towards the truth, we are actually being led away from it.
You can tell that he has a very close relationship with Poirot, and as soon as he gets into that body and puts the little mustache on, and you know, we were doing a scene the other day, and it was suggested, oh, why don't you sit on this bench here next to her and we'll play the scene this way, and he started to do it, and then he said, no, I think Poirot would have to put a handkerchief down before he sat down. And it's these little details of knowing this person that make it such a well-loved character, you know. He's so eccentric and so specific.
He has a perfume, which is lavender, and it's a very strong, sweet smell of lavender that he gets sprayed onto his hands before he does a take. And I think that's really interesting because nobody else will know that. Nobody watching it would know that. But it helps him, and it's so Poirot. I mean, Poirot, the man of that time, would have done that. You know, that kind of almost dandy quality about Poirot, really, the delicacy with which he dresses and with which he does everything. And David is very particular about that. And as a result, you know, he knows how Poirot would be in certain situations, and he unlocks scenes when we're shooting them and there's a problem with something. He unlocks it because he's so in it. He's been with it now for so long as well. He just knows him.
I know exactly what Poirot would do in every situation. I could take him out from the moment I wake up in the morning to the moment I go to sleep at night, and I can tell you exactly what he would be thinking, what he would choose to do, what he would choose to say, who he would like, who he would dislike, etc., etc. I didn't really have to act him. I knew how to be him. And I think the greatest compliment is the letter, or are the letters that I receive saying, it doesn't seem as though you're acting, it seems as though you are him. And that's the greatest compliment I can have. Because that's how I would like to play him. You know, just you're not aware of me acting.